These are the folks we're going to be trekking with. There are 14
Anybody
people.
needs the duffel bag for something? You want to take something from your duffel bag?
This is one of our guides. This is Darwin
They're going to start
speaking.
packing them. All right, we're done. Everybody.
And this is our other tour guide, Edward. Here's David, ready to go, ready for adventure. This is the control point where they check our passports and make sure we actually have a permit to hike with. And then we're going to cross that river. Down there is the checkpoint where they verified that we had the permits to hike the trail, and they stamped our passports. And then this is part of our group walking up the first little bit. We're going to wait here for our guide. There's David. Looking good. So far, so good. And that's the Urubamba River. It flows into the Amazon, and eventually this water goes into the Atlantic. And it also flows just below Machu Picchu. And some of the countryside. Beautiful. Really pretty. Here are some of our porters who are carrying our gear. They're going to race ahead of us, of course, so that everything is waiting for us when we get to the first camp. They do the hard work.
Here's the name of the town down there. Patayata means high town. But how long is lower than us? But for the people who live down there on the valley floor, it is the high town. Patayata.
Inca ruins up along the trail. Love that town down there. We turned away from the Urubamba River, and we're now walking up another canyon toward the little town. And this is a tributary of the Urubamba that you can hear down there. And there are farms all along here. It's a spectacular valley. There's Dave and our guide, Darwin. Look how high the mountains are on the sides. It's crazy. They were coming into a little village, crossing a river that flows into the Urubamba. There's the rest of our group. Here's Lee. I think we may have a little rest stop here, hopefully. So we made it to the first camp. End of the first day, we survived. They had the tents all set up for us.
12 kilometers.
12 kilometers we walked. It's going to be tea time in a little while. Porters are getting the tent set up for dinner. The view's pretty spectacular up the mountains. It's like the fog's coming in. This was supposed to be the easy day, and it wasn't super hard, but it was a good workout. And just so you know, those are the toilet tents getting set up over there. So we washed up, changed a little bit, getting ready for tea time. So here we are on the morning of the second day. We survived the night in a tent. It was actually quite comfortable. We just finished up our breakfast. That's Edward getting ready for the hike.
Right here, which is the first camping place, and after we'll go to the snack place, Ayapata, which is from here 1 hour, I think, and a couple hours more to get to Yuyuchapampa, where it's gonna be our lunch. Right over here, we have a great view. We're going to spend some time there before going to the very top. That's the goal. to the very top, Warmiwaniuska. And after we walk down a couple hours more to get to Pacaimayo, the second campsite.
Second camp. Okay.
Third day we'll walk from Pacaimayo to Huayna, which is right here. You see? Mainly downhill. The last day from Huayna to Machu Picchu. Okay? This is the goal, guys, today. We have there the dream team picture.
Now we're on the second day, the hike. We've been out about an hour. It's getting steeper and steeper. I think we're headed up there. So now we've actually hit the original IncaTrail path with the steps, the original steps, and we're in a cloud forest. Really pretty. So here we are, lunch on the second day. The porters and the cooks have run ahead as usual. Everything's set up for us.
This is the cook.
Yes, yes.
Wixa Sapa.
Wixa Sapa.
Yeah. It means el gran jefe.
That was the big 2 hours of cooking, and now this is our tent where we have our lunch. They have it all set up. There's some bread on the table, some drinks, and then these little stools are what we sit on. A little awkward to balance, but somehow we manage. Very, very nice. So there was false hope a little bit ago. There was a ledge that we thought might have been the summit, but it's actually up there. You can see the people still going up. So we have another 40 minutes or so to get to Dead Woman's Pass. We started out way down there this morning. Way down at the bottom of that valley. We've come 1,200 meters, 4,000 feet elevation gain today when we get up there. So here we are, Dead Woman's Pass, highest point of the IncaTrail, 4,215 meters above sea level. It was tough getting here. Nice sense of accomplishment. Dave, go stand next to it. There we are. Dave's all good. He could have run the whole way.
Definitely not.
Cool. So there's our group coming up.
I'm going to go up there and see what the album.
Darwin's congratulating everybody. Job well done.
Good job.
Way to go, Joseph.
Good job, Robert.
There comes Rob.
Hardest part's over, man. You gotta feel good about that.
Very cool. Very cool. Here comes Sean.
Very good, Robert.
Joe's dad. Way to go, Sean.
Yeah. What do you want on all the wording? The wording so you can...
Way to go. There's some of our team up there. Around the corner is the Dead Woman's Pass where we stopped. That was the highest point on the trail. Now we're coming down. It's very steep, very uneven. You have to be careful where you're stepping to make sure you don't trip. And that's where we're headed down. There's Ken and more of our team down there. And you can see the trail along the side of the hill there, heading down into a very deep valley. And I'm told that's where our camp is. So we're almost at the camp, just a little further. But if you can see that trail going up away from us, that's where we go tomorrow. And there's a Incan ruin over on the hill there that we'll visit tomorrow. We go up over another pass on that side, not as high as the Dead Woman's Pass. So hopefully it won't be too bad. And then we go downhill the rest of the way tomorrow. It's supposed to be the longest part of the trek, but I hope at least not as hard as today. So our group is not the only group doing the trail, of course. So this is another company. They've got their tents set up, and there's yet another one up there. But this is the stop for the second day, so everybody meets up here. And then our group is down here. So here we are the morning of the third day, breaking up camp, getting ready to go. We're going to go up over there, around the corner. There's supposed to be a Inca ruin, and then we're going to go up through that pass and over the other side. This one's not supposed to be as high as the one yesterday. And it's going to take us 2 hours to get to the pass, and then it's downhill from there. This is supposed to be the longest day. Morning, Sean. Morning, Joe. How are you? Here are the porters taking everything down. I just had a nice breakfast. There's Keith. Morning, Keith.
Good morning.
How are you?
It's okay.
Good.
Maybe on you.
The camp was way down there.
Over there is the dead woman. Can you see it?
There's the trail. Here's the rest of our group coming up.
We were over there yesterday afternoon.
Up there. That's what he's talking about.
Valley.
That's the Dead Woman's Pass up there.
Did you recognize that woman?
That's the building we were just visiting. Couldn't appreciate the circular nature of it when we were down there. Really pretty. We walked through those gates. We were down on the other side. So we made it to the second pass along the route. This is the highest point for today's trip. I think we're about 3,900 meters here. It was tough coming up. It seemed to get easier the closer we got to the top. I think I was able to catch my breath. All made it. Everybody's in good spirits. I think there's a down and then another up, and then the rest of the way is downhill. I think we made it this far, we're all going to make it.
Here we are on day 3. Just crossed the paths and now doing the descent down. Hour and a half down on old Incan stairs. 500 years old. There's Linda, and there's Dad behind her. Doing well. Oldest man on the trip.
By many
64 years.
Over there is Sayamarca. Repeat after me.
Sayamarca.
Very good. Sayamarca is considered one of the last biggest control section before Machu Picchu. You will find 3 roads. This one going to Runkuraqay, the building we saw before. The other one going to the building, and after that direction to Vilcabamba. So Vilcabamba is considered the last refuge of the Inca.
Really pretty windows here with views out to the surrounding countryside. Very pretty. So this was the spot where we stopped for lunch. This is the 3rd pass. And a lot of groups obviously stop here. Big groups over there. And now it's all downhill to where we camped tonight. It's supposed to be 2.5 hours. The first bit's supposed to be steep, the rest of it more gradual. We shall see. This is the Incan ruin we saw from up above on the trail. We're down here now, checking it out. And look what we have right here, grazing. A nice llama. It's got a beautiful coat.
Yeah. They must have a mellow life.
Yeah, I don't think there are any predators that really bother them. And I'm sure they're protected.
Catamarca is the place which was not restored.
Oh.
It was just clear, you see? Clear. So the Incas left it like that 5 centuries ago. You see this rock?
Yes.
This is the natural rocky formation that the Incas built on it. The construction. So they use as a foundation the rocky formation. That's why it survived through all these centuries without any problem. According to the scholars, Puyo Patamarca was a huge altar to worship the glaciers around, but as well the Machu Picchu mountain, which is in that
That's
direction.
Machu Picchu mountain. And over there is Aguas Caliente. And way down the bottom is the Urubamba River. Clouds above mountains. Here are our guys coming down the steep steps.
Have a look at the door.
That's pretty.
Oh, he's got an injured leg.
Oh, look at that. It's bandaged.
Wow. He's a broken left leg.
Wow.
He's done a job of bandaging.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll get out of your way.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
That saved his life.
Yep.
This one's kind of big, though.
Yeah. She's saying, don't mess with my baby. This is what we just came down. It's very steep, very uneven, very beautiful. And that beautiful Mount Veronica off in the distance, poking in and out of the clouds. Really pretty. So it's 4:30 in the morning on the fourth day. They woke us about 3:40. We had breakfast, and we're getting now our water to carry us down to the entrance to the Sun Gate. The idea is to get down there in time to see the sunrise. Hopefully that'll all work out. We made it through all the hard stuff, so hopefully the rest won't be too bad. We're all looking forward to seeing Machu Picchu. Well, we waited in line for half an hour, and now we're getting ready to go through the gate. It's getting a bit lighter now. There's a little traffic jam because all the groups had to queue up at the checkpoint. Now we're all walking slowly, heading toward the Sun Gate. It's about 5 minutes to 6. The sun has gotten high enough in the sky that we don't need headlamps anymore, although the sun hasn't actually risen over Machu Picchu yet. So we're still hiking toward the Sun Gate. You can see the clouds. That's Machu Picchu mountain. So we actually made it. This is the end of the IncaTrail. And this is the famous Sun Gate.
Oh, I can get out of the way.
Right here. And we just walked through it. And now we're going to wait for the clouds to part so we can actually see Machu Picchu on the other side. So it's now 7:25. We're still waiting for the fog to burn off so we can actually see Machu Picchu, which is supposedly down below there. I don't know how much longer our guides are going to have us stay here and wait. Hopefully it'll clear. So we didn't see Machu Picchu from the Sun Gate. We're just a little bit below it. And the fog is coming and going, and there are little bits of it you can see. So there's some terraces down there, which are a little bit hard to make out, but you can always see them. The main site is over here, and we're sort of waiting and hoping that the clouds will part so we get the snapshot that everybody wants. The money shot. Okay, so now the clouds have cooperated, and now you can really see it, with Huayna Picchu behind it.
Okay? This is Iron Bingo. University. When he was 36 years old, he came here. So he was always interested about the Incan civilization. Because don't forget, he was a professor of South American history. When he came here for first time, he didn't come just to see or to find Machu Picchu, because Machu Picchu was never ever mentioned in any Spanish writing. But actually, this is the place to worship the Mother Earth. Have a look. 1, 2, and 3 steps. The fourth one was cut. 3 steps is the symbol of the Mother Earth. According to the Incan mythology, the earth was divided into 3. Uhu Pacha, the underworld, Kai Pacha, this present world, and Hanan Pacha, the celestial world. So it was the place to worship for farming, but they made building So this wall shows the three main characteristics of Incan architecture. First one, symmetry. You see? Very symmetrical. Second one, solidity. Solidity. They use rocks because rocks for them meant longevity. Third of them, simplicity. They didn't use so much decoration, but they made their buildings stronger. You see the inward inclination? This is from 9 to 13 degrees, which makes this construction earthquake-proof building. Okay? So they use internal joints at the corners and the foundation. You cannot put even a piece of paper between the rocks. Dry fitting. Okay? 500 years and have a look. This construction. That's why Machu Picchu was built